Hey guys, so happy, what is today? Today's the 2nd of January. Happy 2nd of January 2023. It's a new year. And I'm just here. I'm actually driving to the gym right now. It's about 10:29 a.m. and I just decided, like, why not just vlog and talk on my way to the gym? But yeah, so I don't know, I woke up this morning and I was thinking about the fact that I want to start uploading more content and just creating more things just around wellness and talking to you all and just being really vulnerable and transparent with my journey. And something that I thought about was the fact that life is funny, okay? Life is really, really funny. But there's just some energy like in the universe these few days that just keep kind of like knocking at my door and telling me, like, Andrew, it's time for you to tell your story. Like, stop playing, stop coming around, going around, like, stop trying to find the perfect time to release things, stop trying to think about like what it looks like and what you sound like and everything else. Like, just tell your story. And just on other places on social media like Instagram, just people just like, you know, just really interested in asking me questions and, you know, wanting to know how to do things and all types of things. So it's almost as though the universe is just like pushing me to this space of like, get to it, like, enough is enough. So here I am. And it's funny, like, when people ask you about yourself and you're trying to think of like telling your story, like, it's really hard to think of like where to start. So I kind of thought about that for a while as I was just waiting to pick up the phone and start recording. And also, don't mind me because this is like real raw gym girl vibes. Like, we were just going to the gym to get this workout in. So I guess a good place to start is 2020. So 2020 was the absolute darkest year of my life. Starting from day one, like, I feel like 2020, to start 2020 off, like, I went on a 2-week cruise, and although like the places were beautiful, it's like the vibes weren't. And there's a whole nother story to that, but I guess the backstory in that is, like, I was in a really toxic relationship, like textbook toxic, all the signs, all the red flags, you name it. And it was just getting worse and worse. And for some reason, in my little heart, in my head, I just thought things just had to get better and I was just gonna wait around and we were gonna be good. And it was just really a bad situation. So 2020, my mental health, my physical health, my spiritual health was already in a really bad place, just to start. And with that, in March, a family member of mine got really sick. And I basically became a primary caretaker for that person. Also in 2020, I was at the end of my master's in education, so I was finishing that up. So life was just spinning. I like have this toxic relationship that's like fizzling out, coming to an end, but like still in just like the back and forth stage of like being ridiculous. My close family member gets sick. I become a primary caretaker. Everything was just kind of up in the air. Very, you know, just a lot of anxiety around like what's gonna happen next and, you know, what are we gonna do and everything like that. And then I'm in school. I'm a full-time student, and I work in education currently. I'm a teacher, so like it's like I have my students to worry about, I have myself to worry about, I have my family to worry about, I have this like ridiculous relationship going on. I'm trying to finish my education so that I can finish up my master's in ed. It was just a crazy freaking time. So with that, it's like life was just all over the place, and I just started to decline. And honestly, my means of making myself feel better at that time was eating. Food literally was absolutely everything to me. Like, I remember I would be at work and I would just be waiting to get home because I just wanted to eat. Like, I would plan in my head, like, today's been a stressful day, and like when I get off, like, I'm gonna order this to my door and it's gonna make me feel better. And I'm talking about everything under the sun. Like, there was no drive that was too long for me to go and get some food, especially if it was the food I wanted, like Chick-fil-A, soul food, just anything, like pizza, like. And even now, like, I still eat things like that in moderation, but it's like, when I think back to the portions I was eating, I mean, I was at least eating 4,000 or 5,000 calories a day, like, which made sense because I was close to 300 pounds. My highest weight that I've seen on a scale was 256, but I don't think necessarily that means that was the highest weight I ever was. That's just what I saw on a scale, like when I really was like, I gotta get my life together. So yeah, 2020. So the first half, I'm like in that whole situation that I just described, but by the second half, I had gotten out of my toxic relationship. And I started living alone, which at first wasn't the best, because again, if you're emotional eating, overeating, and binge eating, you living by yourself kind of makes all of that worse, because there's no shame. There's no shame. Like, who am I going to be shameful in front of? Myself? No. Like, baby girl, I was not. I was eating a whole pizza by myself. I was eating a pizza and calzone by myself. I was, you know, driving to Taco Bell after work and ordering half the menu and just sitting in my car and eating, and that was therapy for me. That was therapeutic. So it's like living by myself, like there was like nothing to hide anymore, because it was just me. So that was definitely a big thing. But then I feel like the real issue with everything was like my mental health was not well. Like, I did not love myself. I did not like being myself. I would literally scroll on Instagram and YouTube and all these other places and just like wish that I was anyone other than me. And like, now that really sucks and makes me sad to think about, because it's like I spent so much time not wanting to be myself. And you know, that just comes with everything. That just comes with life, the quality of life that I was living at the time. Like, I was really lethargic all the time. I was overeating. I had no energy. I was not getting a lot of movement. I was not getting a lot of sunlight. I was not feeding myself well. I was making excuses for myself not to do things. I would stay in bed all day. I would, you know, cope with food. It was just a really dark time. And I also have seasonal depression. So, you know, by the second half of the year, when it's like fall and things, like it was just worse. It was just worse. And I remember I think it was a Sunday, I just like looked in the mirror and I just like broke down. I was just like, yo, like, you gotta do something. Like, how long are you gonna live like this? Like, how far are you gonna take this before like you're 400 pounds, or, you know, you don't, like, not that I would lose a job, but like you don't want to go to work, or you don't want to do anything. So it was just like, I really had like a heart-to-heart moment with myself where I was like, yo, you are too young for this. I was only 2020, well, I'm about to be 28, so I was what, like 26 at the time. Like, you're so young. And you know, I feel like the life was sucked out of me, and it was just really, really bad. So I think it's just important for me to give the context of 2020, because I will always regard that year as like the lowest year of my life. Even with the beauty in it, like, it's really funny because like 2020 was such a bad year, but like if you look at it on paper, it was a good year. Like, I became a homeowner in, I want to say it was it April of 2020? It was like April of 2020. I graduated in May. So I was 25. So I was 25, a homeowner, a master's in education, you know, good job, good pay, like well liked, involved in my community, but behind closed doors, like I was struggling. And I think that's like a huge takeaway for me. Like, people can be high performing and still struggling. Like, people still regard me as like such a high influential, inspirational person, not just at work, but like in my community and other places, on social media. But it's like, if I'm really being honest, like 2020, although it appeared well, like everything was falling apart. My world was literally like on fire. Like, it was on fire. And I was just getting bigger and bigger and eating more and more and becoming more and more private, becoming more and more like unwilling to want to do things because I couldn't fit my clothes. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. I'm sorry. Woo! That was a strong one. Sorry. I'm just at the gym and it is literally packed out here. Like, they always say it, that first little week of the year, everybody's gonna be in your way. Like, come on guys, I do this every day. Like, I'm not here for the, you know, I'm not here for the for the wowing of the crowd. Like, I just need to get my little skin, baby girl. Like, I'm a member here. I come here on the regular, okay? But yeah, so sorry I melted apart. Give me a second. Ooh. So it was just really bad. It was really a funny year, 2020, but it was also the year that I just got really honest with myself and I was like, you have to do something. Like, no one was gonna tell me that because no one was seeing it as real as it was, because I was hiding so much. And I'm such a high performing person. Like, even on my worst day, you would never know it because I'll never let you know it. And I think because of that, like, I just got to a point where myself where it's like, if you continue feeling like this, like, you might do something that you can't take back. And at such a low point, I was like, all right, enough is enough. Like, you gotta do something. So I just started looking really into like weight loss and wellness, and I went and saw a nutritionist, and I just like got my shit together, to be honest. Like, excuse my language, but I just got my shit together. And I just said, like, if you want to see a change, you have to change. And life really took up from that point, which we can definitely talk about the years after. But what brings me here, like at this point, and at this time, sorry, I'm taking a sip of my little collagen coffee. Is last year, from January to December, I lost a total of, I want to say now it's like 95 pounds, so almost 100 pounds. I'll insert pictures of like my heaviest weight and things like that, just so like if you don't follow me on other spaces of social media, like you can see what I'm talking about. But that's what brings me here, because a lot of people ask me questions about, well, how did you do it? Mind, body, and spirit. How did you do it? How did you stay consistent? What did you do? How did you do it? And it's really just time to tell the story. And it's really just time to just be open with y'all. And just take this and just show from here on going forward, like how I've been able to maintain my weight loss, but also how I've been able to just create and live a life. Sorry, I'm wiping my nose. Thanks. Just create and like live a life that I'm proud of. What the heck? Okay, yeah. So create, sustain, and live a life that I am proud of. Like, it's not always a beautiful life, right? Like, I'm still young, I'm still figuring it out. But I can definitely say I am the happiest, healthiest, and the most well that I've been in a very long time. I feel like I'm actually living life. I'm not just existing. Like, I come out and I enjoy parts of every day, and that was not always real for me. So this is just the beginning of a journey where I want to just use social media to connect with people, to help people, to partner with people in creating lives that they love and want to sustain. But also it's a place for me to kind of just, you know, just be me, and involve you all in that. So I kind of look at this as like a 3-part project where like I'm going to use Instagram to kind of capture like day-to-day or recipes and things like that through reels and through content, and talk about fashion and just the things that I love, but also like using YouTube to like vlog and talk to you guys and, you know, discuss things in the comments. And lastly, using my own personal blog to kind of go a little deeper. I'm an English teacher by trade, but I'm also like a writer by heart. So I just feel like it's going to be easier for me to like tell stories, and not be so long-winded, because I already feel like I'm being long-winded now, but just to tell stories and like to really go in depth with things, or in depth with things, on a blog, rather than just like, you know, recording really long videos all the time. So that's why we're here. 2023, I'm going all in, I'm going all out, and this is just really the start to that. And I want to just come here just raw, unfiltered, uncut, unedited, and just really like talk and just be real. But yeah, I'm at the gym. I'm gonna take a few more sips of my coffee. I'm actually waiting for my friend. She like wants to get back to it, so I told her, y'all, just come sign up. I'm gonna do legs today. You could join me on what you want to join me with, and we'll figure it out. So yeah, I'm gonna end this here. I might talk more when I get back to the car. I don't know how these vlogs work. I'm like, you guys are gonna see that like over time. This is probably gonna be a lot different, but this is just the start of a journey. Day 2 of 2023. And I just felt the energy. I just felt, you know, the spirit tell me like, tell your story, tell a little bit today. So here we are, here's the start, and yeah, I will talk to you guys probably in a little bit. If not, we'll pick up where we left off. So y'all, just clocked out of my workout. Did pretty good, like 69 minutes today. Almost 500 calories burned. Just did some legs and some like 30 minutes of cardio. I gained like 3 pounds over the holidays, so yeah, I need to put lip gloss on. I'm going to in a second. But I met with my friend Carla. She was having a little bit of just like nerves, like getting back into it, because she hasn't been to the gym for a while. So we just started, you know, we just eased in. And we got the schedule of classes, so we're probably gonna do a class tomorrow morning, which will be great. because I used to do like 6 days on, 1 day off. And basically now I've been doing more so like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think I'd like to go back to like at least 4 days in the gym and 1 day off, just because I feel like that's when I was seeing like really great results and I was getting really muscular, which is more so like the look I'm going for, like the very like lean tone look. But we're actually gonna meet up later because we're gonna go to this new, it's not a new pizza place, but it's like a famous pizza place, and it's like there's one near us now. So to account for that, I'm going to really boost my protein. So right now I'm about to have this Simply protein bar, and it's peanut butter chocolate flavor. It's 170 calories, pretty low fat, only 15 carbs, and 7 of those carbs are from fiber, so it's really like only half of that. So like more so like 8 carbs, very low sugar, and 12 grams of protein. So I'm gonna have this on the way home. And then I also always, let me reach over here, I always keep a protein shake on me, so I'm gonna have a Fairlife shake with it. So that'll put me up to like 48 grams of protein. And then I had put collagen scoops in my coffee, which I think is 18 grams of protein if I'm not mistaken. So 18, 30, and 12. So I'll be around like 60 grams of protein before my taco bowl. And then I'll probably have like another high protein snack before I go, maybe like a smoothie or something, or a shake. And then for dinner, I'll try to like have, if I don't have a salad there, I'll have a salad before I go, and then I'll eat like a slice or 2 of pizza, just because, you know, I'm not gonna like limit myself and say like, oh, I'm not gonna eat pizza, pasta, no carbs, but like I'm also not gonna overdo it, because like over the holiday I definitely overdid it. And I gained my 3 little pounds, which I'm not really worried about. I'm still 165 after having gained those 3 pounds. I want to get back to like maybe 158, 155, in that range, and just be lean and toned, like I said. So I'm just being mindful, but I'm not being restrictive, because I feel like when you're too restrictive, one of 2 things happen. You either like get out of that routine and you go crazy because you've been too restrictive, or you like miss out on things. Like I'm not gonna miss out on, you know, like meeting up with my friend, talking, having dinner, but I also have goals of like saving money, being more mindful, etc. So I'm definitely being more mindful, more intentional about how I'm doing things, but I'm not going to limit myself, which is like a weird balance to have, but we got this. So yeah, I'm just going to down this, eat my protein bar, get home. I'll probably record how I make my lunch, and yeah. So it's like 1:56 now. I'm back home. I sat in my car for a while, and then I like just started looking around, like it's like dusty and dirty, you know, your car's just like ugh. So I was like, you know what, let me clean my car. So I vacuumed it. The only thing I need to do is like wipe down the surfaces, which is why I had to come inside. But I'm like, while I'm gonna do that, I might as well just like start my lunch, have that going, because I'm gonna make a little rice to go with it, and that has to go into the rice cooker. So I'm like, let me like start my lunch, and then I can like go back to that and probably also do some stuff on my computer and just like relax. Like I said before, I'm going out probably a little later, probably like 5, 6. So I want to use like the middle of the day to just get a few things done before that. So I have some chicken here. Before I even get into that, how cute is my apron? My niece and nephew-in-law got me this for Christmas, and it's so cute. But wait, it gets better, it gets better. They also got me the cutest spoon. Where did I put my spoon? Uh-oh. Oh, here it is. They got me the cutest little spoon. And like both say Andrea's Kitchen. So like I'm official now, guys. Like I'm in here like, all right, I'm done. So, but I have my chicken, and I'm basically gonna make my burrito bowl. I make this all the time. It's like, a lot of people ask me all the time, like, how do you make this? Like, is it hard? Is it this? And it's like, no, guys, it's not hard at all. So I'm just gonna, I guess, show you guys, but not really, because it's like, it's almost too easy to even show. Like, it's kind of like silly if I show you, but I'll basically just walk you through the basics. Like, I always season my chicken up with this fajita marinade from World Harbors, and I don't know, I did a PD at work on like wellness, and I made the chicken with this. Like, I marinated it and like let it sit overnight with this, and like people were like, what did you put on that chicken? Oh my god, like that chicken was so juicy and just so flavorful. And I'm like, it was just a little marinade. Then I put like garlic, little Lowry seasonings, the Ajika Georgian, it's like a garlicky kind of Cajun-y type of seasoning from Trader Joe's, and then also just the chili lime. I usually would squeeze a lime on it, but of course I'm fresh out of limes because I made too many margaritas over Christmas break. And then just black pepper and Himalayan sea salt, which I like to kind of hit it with after. So I let this sit like this. I seasoned it up before I went to the gym. Most times I kind of just make it and then I cut it up, but I think today I'm gonna cut it up and then do it. So put you guys a little lower so you can see what we're doing. So yeah, I'm just gonna get my knife. And I'm just gonna put my chicken on my cutting board. I'm gonna move my pen, put it right here so you guys can see it. I'm just gonna cut it first into strips, but then into chunks. So I cut it into my strips, but I'm taking it and I'm cutting it into little chunks. So I can just have like probably 3 to 4 ounces of this. I did do some pretty decent weightlifting this morning, so I wanna like feed my muscles. So I'm thinking probably 4 to 5 ounces of chicken in this bowl. And then obviously I'm gonna do toppings. You can do whatever you like. I don't think I'm doing beans today, but I am gonna do a little bit of rice. I'm gonna do fajita veggies, which is just me cutting up like onions and peppers. Just gonna do that with a little salt, pepper, cook that on up. I also have like guacamole salsa, I have regular salsa. But yeah, I'm just gonna throw like all that together in there. And obviously you can like make your chunks as big as you want. My chunks are like that. But yeah, I'm just cutting up this into chunks. And again, usually I just like kind of cook the whole boneless chicken thigh and then I just cut it after it's cooked. But today, I don't know why, I just feel like doing it this way. And then just like cutting up my chicken or cubing it while it's raw, and then I'm gonna cook it over here in my little pan. So like I have this pan, I'm just going to spray it with a little bit of olive oil. I like the spray one because, as you can see, like really minimal, and it's not adding a lot of fat or anything to your food. A lot of times people like to cook with olive oil and other oils, and they don't really realize how much fat you're adding up into your meal. And you know, depending on your goals, that might be what you want to be doing. But for me, I'm trying to really be lean, and part of that for me is just calming down with the carbs. Okay, so I'm gonna move this. But as you can see, this is our chicken. We have it all cut up. And yeah, we're just gonna put it in here once it warms up a bit. We're gonna let it go. So once that's warming up, my boyfriend actually just got us a new rice cooker. And guys, I didn't even know rice cookers were a thing. Okay, I did not know that was a thing. I was never a really big rice person. I feel like now I am. Don't know where that's coming from, but I usually just make a tiny bit of rice. Because, like I said, I'm really being mindful of carbs. However, I just like a little bit of rice with my taco bowl. So usually when I do this, I either do like chicken burritos or chicken burrito bowl. So today I'm gonna do a bowl because I have like lettuce and stuff. And again, I'm doing like the tiniest bit of rice. This is long grain white rice. What's this one? This is jasmine rice. Guys, comment below if anyone can help me. Like, what's your favorite type of rice? Because like I said, I don't know how to do rice, and yeah, I just don't even know what I'm buying half the time. Obviously, I'm gonna make more than one burrito bowl because like that chicken's gonna last me probably like 2 days. So I'm doing just a little bit of rice. Probably like, this is probably 1/4 of a cup. Yeah. And I'm gonna split that into like 2 days. So to that, you fill this twice with water. Right, so 1, and then 2. Put that on in there. I like to add just like a tiny smidge of olive oil, just like a little dollop, and a little bit of nice Himalayan sea salt in here. You really don't need to do much to the rice because everything else in this dish is really gonna like give you flavor, so you don't have to worry about the rice so much. All right, so then if you don't have a rice cooker, if you don't know how it works, because like I said, I'm totally new to this, really just leave it alone. So you just put that little thing down. I'll show you guys. Like it has like a has like a thing on it that says click. So I just like put that lever down, and yeah, you leave that bad boy alone, honey. You leave it alone. So yeah, back to our chicken. I'm literally gonna add this into our skillet. I can hear it sizzle, sizzle a little bitty bit. All right, so we're gonna let that go. And you just leave it alone. A few minutes on each side. As you can see, I'm just gonna leave it. As I do my thing, this is gonna get washed. And then another board, I usually use my green cutting board just for my veggies so that I don't get it confused. I have like a little piece of red bell pepper here, and I'm just gonna cut it into strips. What is that? Okay. Just a little piece of sticker or something. Okay. Cool. And then I'm just gonna cut them sideways so that I have like a little extra for the remainder of the bowl that I make this week. Probably end up getting like 2 or 3 taco bowls out of this cooking of chicken. I have a little more chicken thawed, but I don't know. Sometimes I like end up wanting to do something else with it, so I just like didn't want to cook all of it and then like be bored by tomorrow and be like, I don't want a burrito bowl, and then like I seasoned it all the same, and so yeah. Sorry, just like rambling. You guys probably are like, what the heck are you talking about at this point? But cutting my onion. Nothing really crazy or amazing this weekend. So guys, we're back. I'm just kind of giving you a vibe of what I put in my taco bowl. So I love the chunky salsa from Trader Joe's, but I usually like to do fresh pico, but I just don't have any, so that's gonna have to do. And then I love these Herdez sauces. You can find them at Target, Walmart, the grocery store. But I really like their sauces. I literally, I'll show you guys. In my fridge, I literally have just like all of them. Like, they're really, really good. Actually, I'm gonna bring this one out too because I like this one. This cilantro lime salsa cremosa is really good. So these are all the things I'm gonna put in my taco bowl. Light sour cream, fat-free cheese. So a lot of people ask me if I still eat cheese because, as you know, cheese can be really high in fat. And I do. I like to try and stick to this fat-free cheddar. They also have fat-free mozzarella. But if you look at the macros, no fat, really low cholesterol, which a lot of people who are watching their cholesterol, you probably want to change out your cheese. Low carb, high protein. So in a fourth of a cup of this, you get 9 grams of protein. So just another way to fit in some protein. I will say, like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys and be like, oh, it tastes just like this. Like, it definitely tastes that way. Cut up a little bit of lettuce, chicken, and our rice. Like, I love like it's just perfect. I like it. Like, add what I need to add, and it keeps it warm. So once it starts to warm, it's just perfect. Like, it's just amazing. So I'm gonna plate this up, and yeah, I'll show you guys what I plated. I looked at my bowl and I'm like, I cilantro, but what am I missing? And it's the bowl. So I literally took a little bit of my frozen corn from Trader Joe's, and I'm doing like the tiniest amount, like 2 tablespoons probably, and I'm just gonna sprinkle that on there. So this is the bowl. This is what we're gonna enjoy. Pretty late lunch, especially meaning that I'm about to eat in like 2 hours, but it's okay. So y'all, I'm getting really full. I ate like majority of my bowl. As you can see, like over here I have some more, well, maybe you can't see, but I have like some more chicken, so I'm just gonna try to like eat majority of the chicken. Rice usually gets me really filled up, so that was my bad. So yeah, I am pretty full. I also took a few sips of my Pepsi, 0 sugar. I love these. I'm not really a soda drinker, but when I just need a little soda feel, this shirt is like big on me now. I like a Pepsi Zero. It just tastes really good. If you are watching your sugar and you love Pepsi, or you love just your soda taste, like really great option to just have like a Pepsi Zero every here and there. And I'm just watching YouTube, just watching people's different like workout routines and like what they eat and things. Like, I'm always just trying to get more ideas. But when it comes to like portions, right? One trick I always have is eat your protein first. That way, like if you start getting full, you like are full off of your protein, and like that absorbs in your body rather than you like eating all of your sides first. So like if I was to eat all my rice and now like I can't eat my protein, it's like my rice isn't really benefiting me and my goals as much as my protein is. So like I always try to just like trick my mind into the habit of eating my meat or my source of protein first, so that once I get to my sides, like if I don't need them, I don't have room for them, it's like, okay, a little less rice for me for the day. But I did a 1/4 of a cup of rice, and still that was a lot. But when it comes to eating and things, especially portion control, I just want to talk a little bit about, I talked earlier about 2020 being a year. Let me like move you guys, yeah. All right, so I talked about 2020 being this like really crazy year for me. Turning the light up. But I never really talked too much about 2021. So I thought right now is just like a good place to kind of talk a little bit about 2021 as a year for me. This light is not about to be flashing like this, giving me, okay. So 2021, like I said, 2020, crazy year for me, crazy year for weight gain, crazy year for relationships. It was really a whirlwind. By the end of 2020, I was heavy. I was really heavy, and I was really struggling. I was 256, and with my habits, like, and I know people are like, no, you weren't that big, and but it's like, guys, I'm 5'4", okay? To be carrying all that weight and to have a pretty active job, like I'm a teacher, like I'm running around with kids, I'm teaching, I'm up and down stairs and all those types of things. Like, I was struggling. I was really struggling, and I want to say it was maybe like the summer of 2020, I didn't even want to do things. Like, I love the beach. Like, I am a beach girl. Like, take me to an island, take me to the local beach. I don't care. Like, summertime, I just want to be at the beach. So I didn't want to go to the beach. Like, that's how defeated I was in my whole like weight debacle emotional eating debacle. You could get me out to eat though, because I was definitely out to eat. But in terms of like going places, wearing shorts, wearing outfits, like I didn't even want to do things with my friends really, because I just never knew what to wear. And then when I would wear something, I just wasn't comfortable in it. Like I would see pictures of myself and cringe. If you look back at my YouTube, if you look at like my Instagram and things, well, now I have a lot of stuff archived, but like for 2020 and 2021, yeah, I like barely posted pictures. I barely posted pictures because I was just like, do not take pictures of me. The only pictures I really took was with my boyfriend, because one, like we started dating, but in 2021, but just like two, he's always made me feel super comfortable. So like that was really the only time I would take pictures, like if we went to a wedding or if we went out, or, you know, just more so pictures with him. But like pictures by myself, like I that was out. So in 2022, yeah, that was last year. I'm so confused with the years right now. But 2021 was a year where I was just like, I got to do something. I actually went to my doctor and I started doing different tests, seeing where my metabolism was at, seeing where my overall health was at, and everything was not coming back well at all. I tried the whole dieting route for a moment. I also tried going to the gym. I tried like, I was on this weight loss pill. It was called like Phentermine, but like it wasn't even about me not being hungry. Like the only thing that pill did for me was it just made me not eat at all, which is also bad because then your body thinks that you're starving and is going to absolutely store the fat. So just letting you know, like if for any reason you are like thinking, oh, if I don't eat or if I skip meals, like I'll lose weight, that is not true. Well, at least it wasn't for me. I was just packing on the pounds still. So I stopped taking it because I was literally eating like a pigeon at that point. But then again, once I stopped taking it, I just had this crazy, unsatisfiable hunger. Like when I'm telling you I could just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat these huge portions, it was just out of control and scary. So I got to the point where I went through all the avenues. So I signed up for a consultation to see a bariatric doctor. And when I really went, I was just like wanted to see what they would say and see what the options were. I knew I didn't want to get like a lap band or like anything crazy like that because, you know, I just heard like horror stories. And I spoke with the doctor and he recommended or suggested for my BMI and for, you know, where I was in terms of my weight class and my age and everything else, my health history. He was like, you know, I would be a candidate for a VSG, which is, a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is technically when they remove a large chunk of your stomach so that you cannot eat as much. The only really thing that does is restricts how much you can eat in one sitting, but also it reboosts your metabolism. So what ends up happening is because of the high protein diet and because of the fact that you are not able to eat these huge portions, you really start to lose weight pretty rapidly. However, right, with everything, things work and things don't work. You still, you know, have the same mind you had, so you could go and eat nonsense. You don't have to work out. I know people have gotten the surgery who have never worked out since. You know, a lot of people ask me like, wow, like you're really muscular, like you're toned up, like how'd you do it? Like I was in the gym. Sorry, I'm jumping. So last January, January 10th, I believe, I did have VSG because that I felt like at the time that was my only option to making a change in my life. So I went, I had VSG surgery, and yeah, so the way that's really changed my life, funny enough, a lot of people in my life don't know that I had the surgery. And I feel like they don't know because I think a lot of people think in their head what like a bariatric patient is. One, a lot of people said I was not that big, which I find, again, kind of funny because I was 256 pounds, like knocking at the door of 300 pounds on a 5'4" frame. So I don't know how, and I'll insert pictures, whatever, but like, I think people had just normalized how I looked to the point where they didn't realize like I was morbidly obese and struggling and snoring my brains out and having trouble breathing and not active and all these other things. So that's one. Two, like that first like 6 months, I really chilled out. Like I was home, I was at the gym, I was eating healthy. I was really low key because those first 6 months, you really aren't really eating. Like you're doing protein shakes, like you start out on purees, you start out on like really soft food. So like going out to eat is kind of like pointless at that point because what are you going to eat? Like, why would you be out? I don't know. So that's two. And then three, at this point in my life, I eat everything. Like I am mindful and I am intentional, but I am not restrictive. So example, like tonight I'm going out for pizza and yeah, I might only eat like 2 slices, but like I'm still gonna eat pizza. I do drink, like I love me a margarita. For the most part, I still am sugar-free. So I do not like buy juices with sugar in them. I mostly eat berries. I am mindful. I do not have like white sugar in my house. I have like, I'm looking over here because I have like a clear jar and it's like, it looks like sugar, but it's monk fruit sweetener. Like Pepsi and stuff, you know, 0 sugar. So really what the surgery did is it allowed me to stop overeating, which was really the main problem. But it also allowed me, through the help of my nutritionist and just the doctors and just the VSG community, it helped me learn like what good clean eating is. And I don't know why I couldn't learn that before I had surgery, but it was like, once you commit to something so drastic, like having a surgery, for me, it's like I'm in all or nothing. So I knew that day when I laid down on the surgery table and I decided like this is what I was going to do, I knew that day that I was going to follow doctor's instructions, nutritional instructions, like everything I was told, like 100%. Like I was not going to go in and be the person who, and you know, I'll be honest, there are people in the VSG community who like, it seems like their main focus is just how do I get back to eating what I was eating after I lose the weight. And for me, it was never that. It was, I want to change my life. I want to live healthy. I want to find the beauty in healthy foods. I want to be active. I want to be happy. I want to feel good. I want to be well. So yeah, and doing that, that was that. I would say, like, I'm sure people will probably ask, like, well, why haven't you ever talked about this? Like, I would have loved to know. And I have talked to a few people about it, but I'm also the person, like, I'm not going to test drive a car and tell you I love the car. I'll tell you I love the car after I have the car. So I felt like it would be premature to come on YouTube, Instagram, any of those places and start talking about things before I like fully went through with it and saw, you know, the benefits, the pros, the cons, the struggles, etc. But for the most part, I regret nothing. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of my decision. I'm proud of the life that I'm crafting because of the things I've learned through this process. I know a lot of people think of like weight loss surgeries and they say to themselves like, oh, so you didn't lose the weight, like you just had surgery. And like, it's really hard to explain, but until you've gone through the process, you wouldn't understand that that's absolutely positively not true. Because again, you still have the same mind you had before surgery. You still have the same options. Like at this point, I could eat anything I wanted. Like I could go back to eating soul food, ordering myself a pizza. You know, it might take me longer to eat that pizza, but I can still eat that pizza. I could still, you know, not read my nutrition labels. I could buy things that are low protein, high fat. Like those decisions, those everyday decisions lie within the person. Like that is not the surgery's responsibility. Like it does not work like that. Like it's a tool. It's a tool to restrict how much you're eating. And it also like in doing that, like boosts your metabolism, but it is really not a tool that like you're guaranteed, almost knocked off my plate. You're guaranteed to lose 100 pounds because you did this. Like, no, you have to lose that 100 pounds. But this tool, if you use it the way you've been told to use it, is going to help you to achieve that. So honestly, there's no shame in my game. I'm happy. I would do it again. My only regret is not doing it earlier because I was actually supposed to do it in 2020. And I just got like so in my head and just like got to this place of like, oh, like I'm gonna do it on my own. Like I'm not gonna do it. And I'm just like, okay. And that never happened. And I was like, yo, like you gotta do it. So, if it's like something you all like would like me to talk more about, like let me know in the comments and things. And like, I can definitely do more like videos around that part of my journey and around that part of my life. There are a lot of VSG pages, community pages, Instagrams, TikToks, etc. Like I never wanted to really be that page or be that like person. Just solely for the reason of, I feel like VSG was a tool that helped me, but I feel like actually learning and dedicating myself to wellness is what brought me the results that I've gotten. And in being really transparent in the things that I'm eating and the recipes I've created and, you know, the pages I followed and my active life and, you know, just like weighing myself and things like that I've like, I'll tag my Instagram here or somewhere in this video, but like all those things I've went through, I feel like that is a more realistic, not only expectation, but a realistic, what is the word? My English teacher's brain is off because I've been on break for 2 weeks, but like a more realistic mirroring of this process that I've went through, not just to say like, hey, like I got this surgery. But yeah, if people have questions, if you want to talk closely about that, feel free. But yeah, at this point, I got a little more chicken. I'm gonna eat that. And then I have my water bottle, that I have probably, I've been like more than halfway through for the day, but I'm trying to get 64 ounces of water in today. I also put some liquid IV in there just because I feel like during the holidays, I was drinking a lot and just like not meeting my liquid goals. And I just feel like I just need to cleanse. I just need to like get back to it. Tonight, I think I'm going to do some like tea just to like clear out my system because I'm just transitioning back to my clean eating habits, cutting out the desserts, cutting out the sugar, cutting out like the crazy carbs, and just, no, I'm going to do like a dry January. Like I'm not going to be drinking. And yeah, just getting back to just like a detoxified space and place in life. But that was just a little ramble. because I intend on talking a lot about food on here and portioning and things like that. So like I just felt like it was important not only for me to tell you guys a little bit about 2020, which was a dark year, but 2021 leading into 2022, which is when I had VSG surgery. So just want to put that out there. And again, ask questions, comments, etc. And we could definitely chat it up about those topics. So I'm just gonna watch a little TV. I will probably turn this here thing on again when I leave to go to the pizzeria. And just show you guys like what we order and what we have. And yeah. Okay. Hey y'all, kind of dark, but I'm on my way to go eat pizza. I just wanted to show you guys like what I'm wearing. Let me see, I didn't bring my tripod up here. That works. So just my Telfar, this little oversized hoodie situation that says be kind to your mind. I got like a little shacket over it, ripped jeans and some Uggs. Just real simple. Put on this really nice lip gloss that I like. I'll try to, whoo, that light is washing me out. But yeah, just my little earrings, got a bun, just some mascara, little contour. But I'm gonna head out and I will show you guys what's going on when we get there. Alexa, light off. So y'all, I'm back home. The original pizza place we planned on going to, they had like an hour-and-a-half wait for a party of 3. So that was clearly out of the question. So we went to another really good pizza spot like across the street and it was perfectly fine. I had a little bit of Caesar salad and 2 slices of sausage pizza. I really want a dessert. I don't know. I've been having that like dessert after, like that need for sweet after savory kind of craving lately. So I came home and I just made myself a huge protein shake, and I put like caramel, like chocolate and whipped cream on it. So that is just going to be my fix for the night. So I will kind of just have this for dessert as I lay in bed and read. And I went to my parents. Marley Marl was over there. Marley is my cockapoo, and he is like really excited he has this really cute toy, and it's like fried chicken, and there's like little, Marley, let me show them. Come on, you're being rude. They have like little chicken wings in there. So he's like trying to get the chicken wings out of the little fried chicken bucket. And as you can see, he's like really serious about it. So we're here. I'm gonna end the vlog. It was pretty good day today. I'm tired. I'm ready to lay down, read, relax. But I will see you guys in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, give me feedback, give me comments. And I look forward to a lot more of this in 2023. I'm feeling real energized and really inspired and motivated to just really, you know, just do the dang thing. All right, so see you guys later. Thanks for watching.